Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Generation Millennium. I'm your host, Jeff Madness, and as you can see from the footage, we are back in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl because we have update news. First news, however, is to remind those of you that the Oaks Letter event will only run for another 12 days before it disappears. Now, you can still download the Oaks Letter, and you can just do the event later. It's just the item itself and its distribution will stop in 12 more days time, so now's a good time to go into your mystery gifts and download it, or start new save files on other profiles in order to get the game up and running, so you can then download it. You need to first though beat the first gym badge from Horbrook City, then head back to Jubilife, defeat Team Galactic there, and then once you do that you can enter the Jubilife TV station. And once you talk to an NPC there and tell them like the 2 keywords related to Wi-Fi and connection, then you can unlock mystery gifts in your in-game menu, from which then you can just download the Oaks Letter from there. And in conjunction with that, my prediction was actually wrong because I originally predicted that we would be getting the download for the members card in about 4 months in July, because they took 4 months to get us the Oaks Letter, so I just thought that Ilka and Game Freak were going to take their sweet time with these games. But apparently not, because these items are actually coming out very soon. Like, I believe the website said like during the time span of the new moon or something around those lines. And if you don't know what that means, essentially just April 1st, April 30th, give or take, that's when the members card will be distributed. In order to do that event, you need to, of course, first go to mystery gift during those time frames to download the item. And once you have the item in your inventory, head to Canalave City Inn. And if you actually talk to the sign outside it right now, you'll see that the sign is like kind of rusted, faded away. The letters are like pretty much illegible. But then once you have the members card in your inventory, you actually can read the sign as if it was brand new. Time travel, anyone? And then once you enter the inn, you'll be asked to go sleep in a bed by this creepy old man with sunglasses. At least that's how it was in the original Diamond and Pearl event. And once you fall asleep, you'll then wake up on New Moon Island, in which you can explore the island, but there's not really anything you can really do there except just look around. But your main goal is to head into the inner sanctum of the forest of the island, and that's where you find Darkrai. You can encounter him. My recommendation is that you encounter him with Pokemon that are immune to the sleep status because of his signature move, Dark Void, which can put you to sleep. Either that, or just bring a ton of awakenings, full heals, lumberries, chesto berries, stuff of that matter that can wake you up as soon as possible, because Darkrai's moveset is mostly based around using Dark Void to put you to sleep, using its ability Bad Dreams to deal damage to you when you're asleep, not to mention inflicting you with the Nightmare curse that he uses, which does damage to you when you're asleep, so try to avoid falling asleep when you're facing Darkrai. And as far as I'm aware, both Shaman and Darkrai are not shiny locked, so you can hunt them, like I'm doing on screen for Shaman right now. And the last piece of news I have is the one that I'm the most, I wouldn't say upset, borderline upset, but also, I'm happy that it was coming out, but still upset. And this is actually releasing later today. I believe the update says 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which means if you're on the East Coast, then that would be 9 p.m. Did I say a.m.? I meant p.m. And then if you're like in other places of the world, like say United Kingdom, let's see, I believe that would be about 2 a.m. in the morning for you guys. So I guess one of my Discord friends could probably still be able to get that time. But in order to actually access Arceus, you actually need to have a save file of Pokemon Legends Arceus on your Switch's profile. Not only that though, you need more than just that. That save file also needs to have beaten the game, beaten all like the main missions and whatnot. And you also need to be doing that particular quest when you're starting to search for Arceus, I believe is what they said. For anyone who's been a member of my channel and knows about my visual disability, thus you also know the reason why I haven't purchased Legends Arceus. You all will realize the fact that I am now disappointed, the fact that I'm probably going to miss out on possibly the coolest mythical event in the 4th generation. Because trust me, once you have the Azure Flute in your inventory, which apparently once you become champion in your BDSP save file, and you also have a save file that speaks in the main story in PLA, you can then re-enter your BDSP save file, and then the Azure Flute should just be in your inventory. If I read that correctly, the update should be coming later tonight. As I said, 6 p.m. PST. Adjust that time statement for your respective time zones. And once you have the item, you can then head back to the Spear Pillar at Mount Coronet. And once you enter the Spear Pillar, the Azure Flute will just activate on its own, and you'll just get a staircase that leads you to the Hall of Origin, where if it's like the original event, well, technically back in the original Diamond Pearl, that event was inaccessible, unless you had an action replay or something to hack the item into your inventory. But once you enter the Hall of Origin, the Azure Flute will activate. Once you enter the Spear Pillar, the Azure Flute will activate and play a very ominous tune that reminds me of the unknown sounds from the Ruins of Elf. That's probably not a coincidence, considering the unknown sounds you can hear in Purple Soul Silver and the Cinder Ruins thing. Once the Azure Flute plays, you can then see a staircase appear, which will lead you into the Hall of Origin, where Arceus, level 80, will await you at the end, and you can probably hear its theme song played. I'm actually going to check later on YouTube to see if anyone has the soundtrack, because I want to hear a remastered version of Arceus' theme, because, I mean, while it's not the most rock theme at all, it's still a pretty ominous yet cool sounding one. And anyone who's played Purple Soul Silver, that's probably the most recent time you heard the event, because if you brought like a special event Arceus to the Ruins of Alpha and Purple Soul Silver, you could then get access to the Cinder Ruins, where Arceus will then use its power to create a level 1 Palkia, Dialga, or Giratina, one of your choice. And during that whole sequence of you like essentially watching Arceus like give birth to one of these Pokemon, you can see these crazy CGI graphics playing, which even on the Nintendo DS is still pretty crazy. I'm pretty sure you can find videos of it here on YouTube. That's still pretty awesome that these events are coming like so soon. So Arceus should be level 80. My recommendation is just bring a Ghost type Pokemon. Like, I don't think he has any crazy amounts of damaging moves, except maybe he has Judgment should be a normal type move, because he shouldn't be holding any plates or anything. I think though he has Punishments or something. I think that's a Dark type move. So I don't know, bring Spiritomb so it deals neutral damage. Other than that, Arceus shouldn't be that dangerous of a Pokemon. Extreme Speed shouldn't have any work on you. Then I already gave hints for Darkrai. He's level 50, I believe. And Shaman, as we're dealing with right now on screen, I believe he's level 30. Don't know why they made him the weakest of all 3 Mythicals. And as far as I'm aware, all 3 are not shiny unlocked. At least I don't believe they were shiny unlocked in the original releases. At least Shaman and Darkrai weren't, as far as I'm aware. Arceus, I am not sure. I guess I'll wait for updates on that later on, and I'll post a comment about that once I have confirmation. But yeah, that's essentially all the BDSP update news we have for you. Now, if you enjoyed this little update, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell for future updates, and as well as look into my links in the description, my social medias, and still shout out to my current one and only Patreon, New Joker. So if you'd like to support me there, please, I would really appreciate all the help I can get. Visual impairment people don't quite get jobs that easily, or we don't hold on to them that as much, and just finding jobs in particular is rather difficult, so having access to anything is very helpful. And I guess that's all I really have to say for now. And looks like during the course of this video, no shiny Shaman. Oh well. Well, I got to check